just fluffing his feathers. How do I look? Hi, I'm Matthew Rodriguez. Welcome to the World of. Last week, we went on an out-of-this-world adventure with the ingenious insects of OVO. Every week, we are releasing a new episode, so don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it. Today, we're taking another turn around the big top with TOTEM, in case you didn't guess. This is a touring show that has been all over the world, wowing fans from North America to Japan. TOTEM is Cirque meets evolution as a variety of acts combine to create a compelling story about where we all came from and where the future might take us. Come with me as we ponder the questions of the universe in TOTEM. On an island evoking the shape of a giant turtle, TOTEM traces humankind's incredible journey from our original amphibian state to our ultimate quest for flight. Along the way, it explores our dreams and infinite potential and the ties that bind us both to our collective animal origins and to the species that share the planet with us. With scenes from the story of evolution randomly linked together in a chain, TOTEM returns to the beginnings of organic life in the primordial ooze. Featuring Netherlands, Cro-Magnons, primates, and men in suits, among others, the show depicts a world of archetypal characters who, in their own way, witness and act out perennial existential questions of life. TOTEM echoes and explores the evolutionary process of species, our ongoing search for balance, and the curiosity that propels us even further, faster, and higher. The evolution of man in 5 seconds. We're like this, and then we're swimming, and then we're on 4 legs, and then we're like that, and we're like shopping at the mall. Oh, Una, thanks for coming on today. I saw you earlier in the practice room, and my head was exploding because I'm so impressed with all that you do. Okay, now we are in the rehearsal space. We've got to be quiet because these people need to concentrate. They're practicing for the show TOTEM. They're very flexible. I can touch my toes. Can you push me further? I mean, yeah, I guess it's impressive. All right. Yeah, we're just stretching out for the show. We're getting ready. I feel good, ladies. You feel good? I'm stretched out. Let's do this show. Let's go. I'm ready. You started with Cirque du Soleil at 11 years old.
Yes.
How is it to grow up in that world, this amazing world that's very unlike a normal 11-year-old's life?
So when I was 9 years old, Cirque du Soleil casting came to Mongolia, and I was part of the contortion school. So auditions, I was lucky, and we started training when we were 10, and we started working when we were 11. We would have like school in the morning, and then 2 shows, and go back home, do homework. So it was a very busy day.
Oh my gosh.
But it was very entertaining because you change cities every 2 months and you go on field trips. You get to see these things you see on TV. For me, it feels normal now that I've been doing this for a really long time. So it's become, it's my job, it's my normal life. But for sure, as growing up in that situation, it's just different, very different experience. So,
and what at 10 years old made you want to be a contortionist? Was that in your family? Did you know someone?
Contortion is part of our traditional art in Mongolia. Mm-hmm. So it was my mom who wanted me to do this.
Yeah.
And
to
once
try.
I got in, to try, and I had a lot of natural strength, so that got me motivated. It's a lot of training, it's a lot of work, but it's fun, it's worth it.
Good.
You feel good.
You feel
after.
proud when you get off that stage. Now tell me about TOTEM.
It's my 3rd show. I started with Alegria. I almost did 10 years. I closed the show. And then I did OVO after that for a few months, and now I'm in TOTEM. I am a sea creature. It's not specifically like, oh, you're a shrimp or you're an octopus. It's got so many colors. We got UV lights, and we're contortionists, so we move smooth and fast and in a strange position. So it creates that uniqueness. And this was a new act in TOTEM that was created 2 years ago for a Japan tour. So I did the creation, so I was really happy to do that. Kind of feels like my act.
Yeah. Okay. Can you show me up and do a handstand or one of your tricks?
Yes.
Has being this flexible ever helped you outside of the world of Cirque? Like, were you ever in a supermarket? Okay, here she goes.
Like tying your shoes.
Yeah.
You know?
Dear God. Oh, now you're just trying to show off. Look at her now. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and
Thank you for having me.
I'm gonna go touch my shoes.
Yes, everybody
See?
stretch. It's good for
Look,
you.
I can put my
It's good for
hands on the
you.
floor.
Yeah.
That's better than most, right?
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Now it's time for fun facts. Totem is the winner of the 2013 New York City Drama Desk Awards for Outstanding Unique Theatrical Experience. To be or not to be, that is the Cirque question. The Crystal Man, a reoccurring character, has over 4,500 reflective components on his velvet leotard. The hoop dancer costume is inspired by the traditional ceremonial clothing of a number of North American Indian tribes. It includes a Hopi cross and a headdress and features extensive use of leather. Each luminous juggling ball contains 72 LED light. 3 laser projections and 2 infrared cameras allow the artists to interact with the images displayed on stage. Let's go through the closet. This is Totem. This is a Totem outfit. This is not from Totem. Now it's time for one of Totem's favorite acts. Check out this big turtle shell that weighs like 2,600 pounds. Hey YouTubers, thanks for watching this episode of the World of. Comment below to let us know what you thought of the episode. What was the most interesting fact to you? Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch up on previous episodes and to make sure you don't miss next week's episode. We'll head to South America for Septimo Dia. If you aren't familiar with Soda Stereo, start listening to them now so you're ready.
So basically this is the monkeys that we use on Totem. So we basically create monkey masks from A to Z that are also made to the face of a certain artist. So like that when he speaks or moves the mouth, it actually moves properly and not just like a plastic puppet that's doing this.
It looks real, it has expressions.
Exactly.
Wow. So this is before Botox, after Botox. He didn't think that was funny. He didn't like that joke. Wow. And did they glue this on?
No, it's actually an entire mask that the artist will put on.
Oh, and they just place it on. I think I'd get a lot more dates if I just wore this instead. Maybe.
Right now we're doing some tests. We're doing tests with latex. It used to be made with foam latex, but they use it for cinema and it doesn't last long, so it's made to last one day. So we're trying to make new ones with a new technique. We're trying to make it last at least a few months, maybe maybe a year. So
basically at the end it's gonna
holy, talk about needing a little waxing. Check out those cheeks.
Talking about me? Or?
No, not you, not you. Wow, incredible. We'll go back to molding some faces here. You're kind of like a plastic surgeon. Could you make my face a little younger?
yes.
What does that mean? Click here to see the complete playlist of the World of series. There are even more awesome playlists and more info about this episode in the description below. I'm Matthew Rodriguez. Thank you for subscribing to Cirque du Soleil.